Welcome. We give God thanks for another day. This is your radio voice, your main man, Olusegun Oyebade, otherwise known as Olusegun Inspiration. Without wasting much of your time, let me share with you the word of inspiration for today. I'll be saying I would like to name the topic of for inspiration today as even postage stamps becomes useless when they get stuck on themselves. I repeat, even postage stamps becomes useless when they get stuck on themselves. We all know what they call stamp. So I'm about to talk about postage stamps. It becomes useless when they get stuck on themselves. Now, if you're only looking out for yourself, look out. I said, look out. There's nothing quite so dead as a self-centered man, a man who holds himself up as a self-made success and measures himself by himself and is pleased with the results. Is your favorite letter. Listen. The core of sin is I, no matter how you spell it. The only reason pride lifts you up is to let you down. Some time ago, when I answered the phone call, voice on the other end said, "Bang, you are dead." I paused. I didn't know what to think about what had been said to me. Then I heard the family voice of my old friend, a client of mine, saying, "Shegun, just calling to remind you that we need to die to ourselves every day." This is true. There is always room at the top for everyone who is willing to say, "I will serve." I mean it. Several years ago, I was listening to Zig Ziglar, whose penetration included the word, "Welcome." I greet you once again, and I'm saying, this is your main man, Olusegun Oyebade, otherwise known as Olusegun Inspiration. I want to share my words today as you usually know me for. And the topic for the words of inspiration for today is even postage stamps becomes useless when they get stuck on themselves. I repeat, even postage stamps become useless when they get stuck on themselves. Now, let's take a casual look at the message. And as I say it, or as I share all this, I want you to have a rethink and think deep. And I hope it's gonna be useful for you and other people. I go this way. If you are only looking out for yourself, my brother, look out. I said, look out. There's nothing quite so dead as a self-centered man, a man who holds himself up as a self-made success and measures himself by himself and is pleased with the result. Is your favorite letter I? Listen. The core of sin is high, no matter how you spell it. The only reason pride lifts you, it lifts you up, is to let you down. There's nothing you can do about it. That's the only reason pride lifts you up. It's just to let you down. some time ago when I shared or when I answered the phone call from one of my old friend. You know what he said to me? He said, "Bang, you are dead." I paused. I didn't know what to think about or about what had been said to me. I don't know what to think about it. Then I heard the family voice of one of my old friends too, a client of mine, saying, "Shegun, just calling to remind you that you need to die to ourselves every day." This is true. There's always room at the top for everyone who is willing to say, "I will serve," and means it. Several years ago, I was listening to one writer at an occasion whose presentation included the words that you always have everything in life that you want if you help enough other people get what they want. That's what the guy said. Let me repeat it. He said, "You always have everything in life that you want if you help enough other people get what they want." How true is that? How true? When I heard this, something went off inside me. I made a conscious decision to incorporate that concept into my life. It has made a tremendous difference. True leadership always begins with servanthood, while selfishness always ends in self-destruction. When a man is wrapped up in himself, he makes a pretty small package. Being a servant is not always the most natural thing to do. We are all conditioned to think about ourselves. That is one reason 97% of all people will write their own names when they are over a new pen to try. Despite our tendency towards self-promotion, it is always true that more accomplished when nobody cares who gets the credit. God has always called us to serve those who will lead. We're willing to serve without trying to reap the benefits. Before looking for a way to get, look for a way to give. No one is truly a success in life until he or she has learned how to serve. The only saying is true. The way to the throne room is through the servant quarters. Yes, I said the only saying is true, that the way to the throne room is through the servant's quarters. One of the most powerful decisions you can make in your life is to do something for someone who does not have the power or resources to return the favor. Our Lord says, "He that is greatest among you shall be your servant." He declares, "Whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. And whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant." When you give of yourself to help other people, you cannot help but he abundantly rewarded. Yes, the man who lives for himself is a failure. Even if he gains much wealth, power, or position, he's still a failure. Consist makes us full. Well, that is where I will stop for today. Tomorrow is another day. Join me again for another edition of Words of Inspiration. My name is Postage. Oyebade, otherwise known as Olusegun Inspiration.